Good morning, all. Welcome to Social Change and Development. Welcome to the course Social Change and Development, also known as the Natural Laws of the Universe. Welcome to the course called The True Social Change, or the True Form of Social Change and Development, also known as the Natural Law of the Universe. Right? There's one constant in this life. There's one thing that is constant in this life, and that constant is change. Right? There's one thing that is constant in this life, and that constant is change. So, welcome to Social Change and Development, where we teach you how to evolve, how to attain a better quality of life, not necessarily materially, because if you ask yourself, like I said, if you ask people what is the end goal of their life, what do you want? What do you want out of life? After you get a job, you build a nice house, you buy a nice car, you have a nice family, right? And you're working every day, day in, day out, right? What is the end goal? What is the end goal of all these things, right? Because people get caught up in the day-to-day aspects of living, right? We all do. We all have at some point get caught up in the day-to-day aspect of living, right? But after you have attained all these nice things in the social world, in the social and familial aspect of life, to what end do we work? As I was asking at the beginning of industrial sociology, right? To what end do we work? What is the end of all of this? Is it not to attain some sense of peace? Is it not to attain some sense of tranquility? Is it not for the sake of happiness, true happiness? Is it not for the sake of being calm, maintaining, having a general peace of mind, right? Is this not the point of all our endeavors, the end goal? So if this is the end goal of all our endeavors, right? Why not strive from the start to simply have this life, right? Why wait? What is the point in actually going through all of this drama, working for places that we absolutely hate, right? Working for institutions so we swallow up and we don't even want to go to work, but every morning we have to set our alarm on snooze, right? About 10 times before you actually get off the bed, because you hate the place so much, right? You hate your job so much, you hate the workplace so much, right? I'm just talking how my experience was and how I know over half of the experience of the world is, right? I'm speaking from my experience and how over 50% of the world, that is how they operate, right? And then after that, they work so that they could buy clothes and a car to traverse to the said job that they hate, right? Buying clothes to impress the boss who they don't even like and who don't like them and who don't care about them, right? And then getting money to go to the cinema, go to the bars, go to the shopping complex to shop, because you have to do retail therapy and you have to buy cigarettes and you have to buy a bottle of White Oak rum and Johnny Walker to deal with the fact that you hate your boss and your boss hates you, right? So let's talk about that, right? How can we prevent you from going through all this tralala in life, right? By doing simply one thing, so that you can evolve your soul, have a peace of mind, have a contentment of heart, and just lead and live a simple life and teach others to do the same, right? And the simplest way to do this is the simplest way to propel this social change leading to personal change and personal happiness, right? Because being personally happy is not about having a nice job and you buying what you want for yourself and you live in your personal luxurious lifestyle, right? That is a selfish ass personal material happiness, right? That is a selfish ass personal material happiness, right? Materialistically satisfactory way of life that you are living, if that is you, right? How can I live a life that makes me genuinely happy and contributes to the happiness of others as well, right? The only way for this to happen, which is true social change and the true social change and development, is by the application of alignment with and teaching of spiritual laws, right, which needs to be common sense knowledge at this point in our history, should be common sense knowledge, but people are unawakened to the fact that most of the institutions, the banks, the governments, right, all of these institutions that we serve, right, are actually immoral. And if we put our resources together, human labor, the same ones that we are given to these systems, if we withdraw for the benefit of a few, which we know, right, which we know, all it takes is for us to imagine differently, right? If we withdraw our participation in these systems and pool our human resources together, what I am good at, what you are good at, what he, she, all of us are good at, right, and use the same talents that you are given to these organizations, because all of us are talented in some way. If we utilize the talents that we are given to this system and help build each other, right, through whatever means, then guess what? That is true social change and development. That is actual social change and real development, right? People think development is, oh, these nice, these first class buildings, these tall skyscrapers. No, fools, right? That is not any real growth. That is not any real development. People measure growth and development by the country's economic GDP, right? Gross domestic product. If you did economics, you'll know what I mean. Or you could just simply Google it, because knowledge is widespread at this point in life, right? GDP, GNP, all these things. People think growth and development is based on, oh, how much money your country's income minus its expenditure and so on, or assets minus its liabilities and so on. That is not what growth and development is, donkeys, right? That is not what actual growth and development is, right? True growth and development only occurs when we recognize our inherent value, right? When we recognize our inherent value, and when you recognize your inherent value, you will in no form or fashion want to give your inherent value to organizations and to people who take your inherent value for granted, right? You will never want to give, and who look down on you and who look at you as you're a piece of, you piss and you shit, right? Because that's how 99% of you feel in the workplace, right? That is how most of you feel in the workplace, right? But you still get up and go to the job every day because you want your salary, you think you need your salary, you want your salary, you think you need your salary, right? But if enough of us withdraw from that system and allow that system to fall, there is no salary to be had, and we would all be helping each other, right? If all the systems actually do crumble, we will have no choice but to cooperate and to help each other. If people don't want to cooperate and help each other in the now, right? People will have to cooperate and help each other when all these systems eventually fall, which it will, right? That time is drawing near, right? Which it will, right? It will happen, right? Because at some point, nature is going to reach a point on Earth when nature will be unable to sustain the selfishness, right? Because nature is selfless. Nature is something that is selfless, right? And that is why natural law, right? What I am doing here for the past year, I haven't received a cent, right? I haven't received a cent for what I am teaching here. For the sociology knowledge that I am given, I haven't received a cent. For the spiritual law teachings I am teaching here, I have not received a cent, right? And that is in nature of natural law. That is in nature of nature itself, to give selflessly, right? Because nature, the point of nature is to propel evolution, is evolutionary base, right? So when society reaches a point where nature is unable to deal with human selfishness, when nature reaches a point, because nature is alive, right? Nature is vibrant, right? It is all around us, right? When nature reaches a point when it is unable to sustain human selfishness on this planet, it will activate a series of events, right? It will activate a series of events that will naturally cleanse itself, purge itself, right? And that's why the world, the earth will have to go through the series of uncomfortable changes. You know why? Because it will be a forced change because of our inability, lack of ability to change ourselves personally, which if we do whilst we're on earth right here and right now, right? If we do this whilst we're on earth right here, right now, right? We actually will not have to go through the forced series of changes, right? We will not have to go through the forced series of changes. If you transform your life, transform your diet, transform your work, right? If it is that you do that right here in the now, right? You will not have to go through the uncomfortable series of changes that is to come if we refuse to make these changes. Right? If we refuse to make these changes. So, this is the essence of true social change and development, right? Social change and development is not necessarily measured, is not measured. Prosperity, wellness, right? You know, you have all these indexes and all these nice measures that we use in economics and all these grand disciplines, right? That we use to measure prosperity, wellness, happiness, right? How much money you're making, this, that, right? How much money the country making, which countries have the happiest people. Nobody on earth is fucking happy, dog. Right? I'm talking about true, genuine happiness. People might pretend to be, right? But very few of us, of people on this earth, actually can say that, hey, yo, I am happy, right? I am happy. You know why? Because the world has socialized us into believing that stress is normal. Stress is normal, right? In order for me to feel normal, to fit in order for me, you just imagine this, in order for me to fit in with society, right? In order for me to fit in with society, yo, I need to be stressed out about everything. I need to be stressed out about what I'm wearing for work tomorrow. I have to be stressed out about if I finish my assignment for my boss tomorrow. I have to be stressed out about taking work from home, which I'm supposed to be doing in a 9-to-5 job. But my boss telling me that I have to bring home work to do, wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and finish it, right? Because it had to go to the minister, right? Who had to go to parliament, right? That is what they want you to think is normal living. That is what they want you to think is normal living. In which sense of the word? I want you to think about these things logically, calmly, peacefully. Sit down and reflect on what I'm saying, right? In which sense of the word, in the natural world, right? In the natural world, does this sound normal to you? In which sense of the word, in the natural world, does this, any part of that sounds normal to you, right? In an age where COVID, if you all want to maintain these government systems and shit, COVID came and it's supposed to teach particular lessons in terms of advancing and ways of doing things. It came to test people dunceness actually, right? This is what the coronavirus really was intended to do, to test people's freaking IQ, right? And you know what it demonstrated at the end? We're talking social change and development and stupidity, right? You know what it actually demonstrated? That the dumb government clowns, right, actually have the lowest IQ of all time, right? But you know whose IQ is lower? We who participate in the systems, right? We who participate in the systems, right? COVID came along to show us that there's a particular way of doing things that could be more efficient, that could be more effective, right? Things like work from home, right? Things that could actually propel us into, doing things differently for a better quality of life and so on, right? Soon as which was present for the time when this invisible virus, right? when it was present and pervasive through the population, yeah, you all work from home this, right? Soon as that gone, we go back to the same old bullshit, right? Which is traffic, which is traffic morning and evening, right? Governments refuse to put at least a shift system in place. Some of you will come in the morning, some of you will come in the evening, right? It just goes to show how this whole system is entirely flawed from the inside out. And there's actually nothing that can be done to salvage these rotten organizations, which is why I keep saying that it needs demolition, and the way, if people choose to not demolish it, right? If people choose to not I'm not talking about actually demolition by any violent means, right? Because as you know, natural law is based on the principle of non-violence. I'm speaking about demolishing the system through withdrawing your participation, the calmest, most peaceful way, right? Most peaceful way, right, to demolish a system. The calmest and the most peaceful way to demolish a system is to withdraw your participation, or withdraw your attention, withdraw your energy from that system, right? That is the most peaceful destruction that you can destroy an organization, right? By peacefully writing a resignation letter. Dear sir, madam, I hereby, this was my resignation letter. I no longer wish to serve the government of the Republic of so and so, right? I no longer wish to give my attention, time, and energy to so and so, right? And peacefully exit the system. It is as simple as that, folks. Have a great day. Social change and development. It is the only way. It is the true way. And it's about time that we try a new solution, because everything in the past we have tried and nothing has worked before.